Clive Palmer, good morning.
Good morning.
Clive Palmer, business is clearly fed up with all the bickering over the budget.
It is true.
You're a businessman. Can you understand the frustration?
Oh, I think so. I think this is what's happened when the Prime Minister goes to an election promising people things and breaking his promises. And we really need another election to get the matter cleared up.
But can you not also accept some of the blame for being quite obstructionist in the Senate?
Well, we're not obstructionist at all. I mean, the Prime Minister's approved resources for the Greens, so 14 members to help them consider the weight of Commonwealth legislation. And that's because they hold the balance of power, separate to their electorate staff. And we were imagining that we would have some people to give us independent advice. But Tony Abbott says, no, we don't respect you as much as the Greens, and you're not going to get anybody. You'll just have to agree everything we want.
Well, we'll get back to the staff allocation in a moment, but I want to ask you about business concerns at what is happening in the Senate. The bigger picture with this budget, the government is trying to address some structural flaws. If the Senate drags it out for months, ends up picking the budget apart, doesn't it run the risk of undermining business and consumer confidence in this country?
I don't think so. It's based on a lie. Australia's debt is 12% of GDP, and the OECD and the International Monetary Fund say that the average OECD debt is 73%. So the Treasurer has just lied to Australian people to scare them. That's what this is about. And, making politicians be honest is a very difficult thing, but it's very fundamental to our democracy.
So how long are you prepared to drag this out?
Well, we haven't done anything. Our senators haven't taken position yet. Our suggestion was that we should be given the same allocation of staff as soon as possible so that we can consider matters, make our positions known, and so the Senate could function smoothly. But Tony Abbott and his team have decided that we will get no staff and no one to help us, while they've got 1,900 media advisors.
1,900?
The government has got 1,900 media people.
Cabinet ministers or all of government, bureaucracy included?
No, that's just media advisors. They've got all of the departments of the Commonwealth that prepare the legislation, and our senators are supposed to get it in one day and just tick it. Well, our senators won't vote for something they don't know what it's about.
But Palmer United is a party created in your own image. You loom large over the pup. There is a perception that your Senate colleagues will just do what you tell them to do when it comes to voting on legislation. Do they really need all the extra staff to help them pick through
Well, it's a
legislation?
wrong perception. Our party was established as United Australia Party, and it was some people, we think, from the Liberal Party that went down to the electoral office and registered the name Uniting Australia Party, therefore denying us a chance to present our policies at the federal election. So they took my name. That wasn't really, I don't run the party, I don't control the party. We've got independent senators, 4 members, we have a party room, and the party room's decided that we need the same consideration as the Greens did to do the same role. And Tony Abbott says we need nobody. We can just tick things and it'll all be all right.
Now, you have lamented that you are burdened by having too much money. Considering you have bankrolled your various election campaigns, why not pay for these advisors out of your own pocket?
Well, it's a matter of respect, and it's a matter of what's fair for the Australian people. I don't keep my salary, I donate it to charity.
Which charity do you donate your salary to?
Well, all charities in my electorates, there's a whole range of them, from surf clubs to life-saving clubs, and we send that right throughout the electorate. That's what we do. We'll be publishing a list of those in the next couple of months after everybody's received their donation.
Can you give me one name now?
No, I don't want to embarrass them and have 50 reporters at that charity tomorrow. It's not about that. I've taken no salary at all. The parliamentary records show that. My website shows that if you want to go to it.
Well, Clive Palmer, if you get your staffing allocation, will you be reasonable and at least talk with the government about its budget? Well,
that's important. Before we talk to the government, we've got to know what it's about. And we can't have a discussion about a bill which may be 600 pages if we don't know what's in it.
So, but you know what you don't like. You don't like the $7 co-payment, nor the pension changes, nor the 6-month wait for the dole for young people.
That's right.
Are you open at all to any compromise on these measures?
Not on those issues, no.
Not at all. They'll just be voted out.
We don't agree with them.
Okay. Now, Clive Palmer, there's a lot of ill feeling between yourself and Colin Barnett. The Premier eviscerated you yesterday.
He did.
Yes, he accused you of damaging WA's relationship with China. To put it bluntly, the Chinese hate Clive Palmer. That's the direct quote. Have your business deals involving the Sino Iron project in Western Australia hurt that state's economic interests?
On the contrary, what we've said is that the Chinese can't come to Australia and take our resources and not pay for them. And because we wanted to be paid for our work, and the Chinese breached the contract, they said that we were upsetting the relationship. But the Supreme Court of Western Australia found in our favour on the first judgment. The Federal Court of Australia found in our favour, and we'll be tabling in Parliament at some stage a judgment which will show how Mr Barnett played a critical role and how he betrayed the people of Western Australia. He knows that, and he's just trying to do a preemptive attack. I'd just say that our Senator Dio Wang from Western Australia is the first Chinese-born senator elected to the Australian Parliament. Chinese don't hate me, they love me.
You've got a big smile on your face.
Well, I do. It's all about love.